Okay, so the biggest sport in the world. It's about to go through this massive, radical reinvention. And no, we're not talking about new rules or some fancy new tactic. We're talking about a complete teardown and rebuild of how clubs are funded, how fans get involved, all thanks to some pretty mind-blowing technology. Let's dive in.
So let's just kick things off with this huge question. What if the entire financial engine of a football club was just different? I mean, really try to picture a world where a team's success isn't just about ticket sales and TV rights, but it's funded by digital tokens. That's the wild future we're going to explore today.
All right, here's the game plan. First, we'll look at the new initiative that's kicking all this off. Then, we'll zoom out to the big vision behind it. After that, we'll get into the Web3 tech that makes it all tick, see what it actually looks like in the real world, and finally, we'll talk about why Portugal is the country leading this charge.
So what's all the buzz about? Well, it's the official launch of the House of Sports Portugal Football Initiative. And let's be super clear here. This is not just another league or another team. This is a whole new blueprint for how the game of football itself can operate.
And get this, they are moving at lightning speed. This football project launched just 1 week after they did the same thing for swimming. So this isn't some slow, cautious rollout. It's a really clear, fast-moving strategy to take this model and apply it everywhere, with their sights set on going international.
So, who are the brains behind this whole operation? It's a super smart, focused team that brings together the best from 3 different worlds. You've got the sharp, analytical minds from academia, the real-world, in-the-trenches experience from sports professionals, and the strategic thinking of top business leaders. That mix, well, that's what gives this whole thing such a rock-solid foundation.
But this is way bigger than just one project. The House of Sports is actually the first big play from an even larger initiative called SportsFuture, and their ambition is huge. They want to create a completely new philosophy for how adult sports are run.
So what's the core mission here? What's the end game? It's all about building a system for adult athletes that is fair, structured, and actually sustainable. Just think for a second about how many talented players get lost in the shuffle of the traditional system. This is about creating a real, viable pathway for them to build a professional career.
This quote from their announcement, it really nails it. An open, balanced framework. Those 2 words, open and balanced, they're everything. They signal this huge shift away from secret backroom deals and towards a world of transparency and fairness for literally everyone involved in the game.
Okay, so let's pop the hood and see what's actually powering all of this. How does it work? Well, the engine behind this new model is a set of technologies we call Web3. So let's break down the key parts that are making this revolution in football a reality. First up, Web 3.0. The easiest way to think about it is just as the next chapter of the internet. So instead of all the power being in the hands of a few giant tech companies, it's spread out. It's decentralized, built on things like the blockchain. And that creates the perfect open and transparent foundation that a new sports model like this absolutely needs to work. Next, we have tokenization. And this is where it starts to get really, really cool. It's basically the process of turning real-world things into digital tokens. So imagine a fan's ownership stake in their club, a player's performance bonus, even your vote on the team's new jersey. All of these can become digital tokens. It just unlocks completely new ways to fund things, make decisions, and hand out rewards.
And that leads us straight to NFTs. Now, I want you to forget all the hype about digital art for just a second. In this system, NFTs have a very specific, practical job to do. They're basically the key that unlocks community engagement and funding, and all the money that gets raised is automatically funneled right back into the sports infrastructure. It's like a self-fueling engine.
So here's how the pieces fit together. It all starts with the launch of an NFT on a secure blockchain. Then, fans and supporters can get involved by grabbing these NFTs, which provides the initial funding. And here's the magic part. Smart contracts, which are like automated agreements, direct that money exactly where it needs to go, whether it's for new training facilities or player salaries. It creates this amazing, self-sustaining ecosystem for the sport.
Okay, that's enough tech talk. What does all this digital stuff actually mean for a player on the field, a club trying to grow, or you, the fan, who just loves the game? Let's look at the real, tangible benefits this brings to the world of football.
The applications here are just so practical and powerful. We're talking about new, transparent ways to reward athletes, models for clubs to share resources and get stronger together. It gives fans, the members, a real say in club decisions. And get this,
An athlete's achievements on the field could literally be turned into tokens that directly fund scholarships for the next generation. It creates a direct, visible path from success to opportunity.
I mean, when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just night and day, right? On one side, you have the old way, one person calling all the shots, confusing money trails and processes that nobody really understands. And on the other, you have this new world. Everyone gets a voice, funding is direct and clear, and the whole thing is totally transparent. It's a complete game changer.
So, let's zoom out again. How does this all come together at a national level? Well, what's happening here is way more than just a win for football. It's putting Portugal on the map as a true pioneer in the future of how sports are managed.
By going all in on this technology, Portugal is setting a brand new global standard. They're not just dipping their toes in the water. They are laying out a clear, reliable, and forward-thinking playbook for how Web 3.0 can be woven into the very fabric of professional sports.
And look, this isn't just some crazy idea they're hoping will work. Its success is built on three really solid pillars. First, a trustworthy and secure blockchain platform. Second, that super focused team of experts we talked about earlier. And third, a serious commitment to delivering real, tangible results for everyone. This model is absolutely built to last.
This final quote just brings it all home. The next phase of football isn't about some chaotic disruption. It's a carefully designed evolution. It's reliable, it's clear, and most importantly, it's designed from the ground up for real, sustainable progress.
So that leaves us with this massive question, doesn't it? We're literally watching a new playbook for sports get written in real time. And the big question is, will this model from Portugal become the new global standard for how all sports are funded, managed, and played? That is a future that is definitely worth watching.